Hello everyone, this is Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go for the midnight run as rerun number 2 for today's live summit event in the Crew 2. Looks like nighttime is not over yet after Halloween from Tree Journey. We're about to be entered the first week of November on the 5th to the 12th in 2025. However, as I got everything to go sort out to be well quick prep after the 31st on October, so looks like it's going to do a very much more classical road cars, and one reserved modern day aircraft from the 1930s will be set and take on with some 6 events and 3 skills. But don't forget, you might need to grab the Bugatti Type 57 SE Atlantic in Once Upon a Time in Brooklyn, followed by the Proto Hut 1 in A Strange Case of 1950, and Jersey City for the Waco YMF-5D Super will be set and good to go. We'll be using on the Nitro Camus. But better make sure to do all kinds of different various events and 3 skills to be checked, because 1 aircraft and all cars only on the ground will be ready up and have the second rerun after the first and original on the main date since 2021 on April 14th to the 21st. Hopefully, I'm about to go cribbing up and have this segment. We'll be rolling in to cook things up to go for a different challenge and see how it turns out. We'll be going rack up onto the platinum for the new ones and experts like you. So as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. So let's get started and ready to go for today's live summit event. So it turns out well improved, and Track or Treat smelled the earnings and platinum to go per rank 358 place in 1,265,245 points to get 1 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, Loot Digger boosted for the Jet Sprint, Retro Pumpkin Rooftop on the Epic, and the Fame Pack for 150,000 followers to go for a quadruple of the treat. And there you go. Earning up to have a 840,000 bucks to go earn, and looks like Carnage has about to be date on schedule to be coming as another rerun by coming soon, along with Dominion Rivals stage number 3 on November 26th through December 3rd at the end of the month. So let's get down to do a speed trap, and heading up to Dallas, Texas in Historic District, we'll be ready up to grab the Proto Hut 1 Burning Wheels Edition. We'll go Inferno. So, when I had to get out there, I had to choose a best suitable position to have a best approach besides the main usual spot of the position. Now I had to get down and gonna have to be rep up to go by burning up the tires, and half the smoke trails will be going on Eternal Orange Smoke. Burn check, ready up, and this spot is just when I need to have myself to go for a planned request of recommend. Let's hit the nitro, and speed trap coming up to go in, and brake zone to go heading up onto the main stopping points. Well, pretty tough start, and there goes for only 1 attempted for a top speed requirement to go by over 347 miles per hour by decimal in 9. 112,572 points, and looks like that should do very quickly to have this main straightaway to go shorter. But almost good enough to have a quarter mile at least. So let's have 2 stages on Salam to go off-roading, and heading up to Miami Beach, we'll have to be prepared myself to go off-roading in nighttime. As it gets perspective around daytime, so I had to grab the Volkswagen Beetle Hoodlum Racing Crew Edition 1967 to be ready up and get set on the score breaker to be racked up to have a good straight on the line and go Salam by enter the gate. So it's up right now. Let's do a new attempt, and Salam around the gates will have to take a good precision on the straight. But we already done this once, so I'll be happy to go again to have a best place in the scene. Smashing over the objects, gonna have to go increase by multiplier by 1.8. Just have to get closer, and there goes the double multiplier to go by 2. Just have to keep going. It's going well nicely, and pack up the nitro any way I can. Okay, 10 seconds left. Just have to go in there, And there you go, by increase the main total points in 22,544 points. Riding around to go off-roading and smashing up some few objects, but in that case, I just already took the new attempt to have this one after attempt number 2 to go for 156,645 points. But remember viewers, always have to keep up the good work on Salam to have your favorite skills to go on off-road and tarmac whenever you like to have your own pick. So let's go for part 2 and let's proceed to the New York airport, and this time I'm about to go for a different kind of street race vehicle to have a nice type of the classic to be well prepared and go old-fashioned recommend. So let's give the 1949 Cadillac Coupe de Billy has now been set, modified, and designed to go equipped with amenities just to be clarified to have this good classic vehicle after the 1930s. But it gets much more obvious after I just already took by one attempt, and let's see how it turns out to go rolling in and have the engine will be going old-fashioned to go faster up and skillful to have a good Salam. Just have to do this quickly. This is going to get much more slow on handling because the top speed is going to get much more average by over 125 miles per hour. Gonna have to pack up the pace and get quicker out there to have the main position, and multiplier has now been locked in to go by ×2. Okay, that's more like it. Take that position to go in. 10 seconds to go quickly as possible. Better hurry up and make it much more clear in about 3 seconds, and finish line to go check, and here it is right now to go update in 27,174 points to have a new attempt has been already done. Alright, just like that, and going up in 155,802 points for a brand new record. Always have to keep improving, and classic cars will take the turn to go midnight run to have 6 events will go green light, will be taking the night time. I'll have to save it for only 5 events on ground base for street race, rallycross, and drift discipline for the mixed combo event. But remember, have 1 air race event on Jersey City to have yourself to go ready up and take 2 laps around the skies. Good thing the Nitro Chemist is always about to be planned to go suitable, and wait until 3-second countdown. We'll have to go ace on the pro and matching up the figures. So clear for takeoff, nighttime, and putting up with the blue smoke will be on display. And there you go. Just have to go fly ace and have checkpoint number 3 to go for 1 second perfect. Have the nitro will go fully extended to be a well embrace it to have the next one will go come around to have the bridge on the scene. But 1 checkpoint on the nice and 2 times to go exactly as usual. That's more like it. Just take 1 second perfect to go in, and gonna have to go in formation to have the other parts positionize and aim on it. Okay, job well done to take a nice one. And there's a 1 second perfect. Here comes the half loop. This will do very nicely to have the first lap clear and go full freestyle to be on the main precision focus to take the final lap in number 2. Okay, correctamundo. It's going well nicely. Blue Smoke Trail has still got it all to have the trails to be basic and exemplified to go like a pro. And there's a 1 second perfect. There you go, right on the respawn, and make it much more nicer exactly. Okay, just at the B went past by on the ghost ejected. Still got this one. Just coming around on Liberty Island, and finish line has now been come together to take the last stretch. Gonna make that half loop, and there you go for a new set record by a minute 25.597 seconds. Air race is all done for only 1 time event. Now let's proceed to go on ground for street race for event number 2 when visiting to New York City to have the next step is about to go in Once Upon a Time in Brooklyn for the Bugatti is gonna have to bring out with a Type 57 SE Atlantic. So this will have to go nighttime, and it's going to get much more 5 on the classic of the 1930s will be reserved, and be prepared to have the second bugle restriction only. But one thing perhaps, besides the golden chrome style variation, and this will have to do it for only one good classic black and vanity, including with a midnight run underglow to be perfectly exemplified, no modification, just vanities, and especially to have the white wall tires has now been going well vintage on style. So let's get going, and race number 2 will be initiated to go countdown in about 3 seconds, but perhaps a black and white style will might have to be ready to change things up to go for a main scene in the classic of the 1930s. Hope I'm ready, get set, and race with the American muscle cars will be suitable to go rolling in and take on to the top 3 position to go block around the block on Brooklyn. But good golly, looks like the music is about to get a little bit more kicking in on this one, so Nitro will always have to take a little bit more time before the first checkpoint will be taking the off-ramp exit. Let's keep it nice and slow. It's going to get much more quite old-fashioned street racing in the early 20th century. Okay, that's 9.9 seconds. Gonna have to go for only one good single 10 seconds to have the next turn to go on the right. But pretty easy on the handling, so I'll have to make it much more careful and respond to have that drivetrain layout has now been well exemplified to go basic and front wheel drive. Okay, close call. Just have to go for it. Okay, it's all done. Just have 35% on the full refill nitro capacity. Is still going to take some time on hold. Gonna have to take that next turn and let the muscle cars will be proceed to go on the pass. All's good in the world. Now gonna have to keep moving on. Alright, excellent, and kick it up to go for a handling respawn gear. Okay, as you may ever recall, for the 1930s of street racing, I kinda say classic cars has actually to becoming as the origin where street racing is born. Only with these kinds of good classic vehicles from the past 20th centuries to go around to have the main date by the late 1920s and onward to be beyond in the 1930s. But with this Bugatti Type 57 SE Atlantic, this good old classic car has still got some good roots, best performance, and the handling itself will might need to do some steps of discipline if you're about to get the hang of it. Just have to get back up and have gear number 2 before the next turn to go proceed to have the main scene to be in the Avenue Street. But here it is right now. Gonna have to go for it if you're about to go on brake position to have some quick seconds on nitro refill. So steady as it goes, keep this old dog in good condition, clean racing, still got it all, and have it all done. Okay, that was a close call. Brake check, suited, and will respond to have an in case of incoming mistakes. Averted as well, so it's about to get closer to have a final stretch and about 5% to go. Come on, just have to take that finish line, and here it is right now to go with a total time in just 3 minutes, 13.244 seconds. Fantastic, excellent, and 200,000 followers has been earned to go for 115,342 points. And this Bugatti SE Atlantic has now been going well to have a happily ever after for only one race in street race to have the first stage on event number 2. So next up, the strange case of 1950 for the Proto Hut 1 will go around in the Mountain States. So let's get my own Proto Hut 1 with the UDRS Inspirtech livery to have 3 vanities will add up to have the deep sky blue tint. Midnight Run Underglow, and 05 tires to have a nice vintage and white wall style to be set and go for 520 horsepower for the top speed and 226 miles per hour at the per level and 280 with using the Nitro Camus. But it gets much more better out there to have the nice normal condition to be around in nighttime, so I'll have to be on the lookout. But this race will go on a sprint time after Once Upon a Time in Brooklyn will be proceed to have the next tail until 3 seconds to go on green light. So let's get going, and it's going to get a little bit foggy out there. Once I'll have to take the first place to go on head start. Alright, let's go on the road and take the crossing rail. It's going to get much more tricky out there to have a full force on handling. Just have enough nitro to go for a short period of time. That should do well, and go for the full stretch by coming down onto the hill. That's perfect for only 220 miles per hour. Got to get there soon before the 90-degree angle to have the next one, just like last time when using the DMC DeLorean 12. Okay, one checkpoint clear, and gonna have to take that shortcut. But man, the handling is gonna get a little bit much more untamable out there when facing up to have that much more challenging corner. But forcible recovery still might need to have a second. So let's kick it up in the high gear and get back up on gear number 5 to have the main route. We'll have to stay on focus. But I tell you about these hot rod cars is still might to be very challenging and quite good vintage as popular classic vehicle. But it still have a very much more route of performance to have the nice gas powered engine. But much more brilliant to have these kinds of different amount of exhaust pipes is quite very awesome. Gonna have to turn it up and have the main position to go around in the middle of nowhere as 30 seconds away from 7 classic car opponents. So halfway there is complete in 60%. Gonna have to keep going, and one newspaper smoke trail has now been seen to go pop out on display. Still have a good magic effect, and it's going well to have a nice 1930 hot rod vehicle to go rolling in and driving on the streets to have a best place to go in the strange case of 1950 ever since from the original and first rerun. Oh, and by the way, as you may ever recall by doing this for a different kind of a variant to have the same Proto Hut 1, the Burning Wheels has still got a nice different kind of a hot rod to becoming much more popular and good old fashioned to have a best popularity would like to say, hey, now that's a good hot rod. But of course, everybody still might have to do that most excellent pose from the 1950s. So almost there. Only 10% left to go. Gonna have to get there soon. People are arriving in the town soon by reaching the finish line. Just almost a minute. And here it is right now to take the final stretch. People are arriving in Roswell. Hey, first place in under 3 minutes. So I got 2 minutes, 56.638 seconds. Legendary bundle earned and go by 114,778 points to have 7 legendary loot parts in street race discipline. So that's 3 events for vehicle restriction only, 2 stunt events, and 1 drip combo event for only 1 reserved to have the classic before heading back to New York City. Well, looks like Motor Trend Classic Challenge is about to be proceed to go on event number 4, so I'll have to decide as usual to have a classic drip vehicles will be embrace it and get toughened up to go faster on the aggro besides full session to be style in drifting. Ever since from the first rerun on Midnight Run when I was using the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 6 GSR Flow Edition, well, it turns out very challenging and go drifting in all-wheel drive to have a more focus on precision. But how about the infamous yellow Land Evo 6 will be taking a turn to go for 915 horsepower as the top speed in 192 miles per hour. So let's find out, and brace myself, viewers. It's gonna get a little bit crazy for one drip vehicle to be reserved and take on with American muscle cars and European sports cars to go vintage in the classics. 3 Japanese cars accompany, so let's go for it. Lap 1 is going green light. Start to look ahead. It's gonna get a little bit crazy out there to have one drip car is in the party. Got to do this quickly because 2 laps should do just getting shorter out there to do this enough. Okay, just have to slide around and make it like it to go full reinforce it. Still have enough nitro and go for popping out to have a nice speed to go on full respawn. Okay, there it goes. One gate has been took down and just have to go for the next one. Yeesh. That was so very close, but don't slow down. I just need to stay focused on the track to get up by 100,000 points is the best objective ever yet. Just have 1 lap clear, and here comes the final lap momentarily, and I bet this is going to get a little bit more harder to face the impossible moment. Okay, let's slow down and punch the nitro. We'll go out and handling dancing. But looks like Simulation C, which stands for Tough, Crazy, Competitive. Just have that highway right side to go clear on the checkpoints and slide around, and then this is gonna get a little bit more tougher times. It's gonna have to go for improvised moments. Okay, it's only down to 9% left. Come on, just have to make it. And solidifying, less masterpiece, and more aggressive. I'm so glad that's over. So I got a minute, 56.003 seconds, and let's see the results. Okay, that's 115,138 points. 3 parts earned by 2 common and 1 rare. We made it on time for event number 4 is check, done, and let's have 2 stunt events. We'll be proceed to go event number 5 penultimate and last stage on number 6. When staying on New York City, Traffic Jam is about to go for the next one, as street race vehicles will always have to go set on the no restriction only. So with all that, it's all modified and have the vanities will go well equipped to have the agency tire, midnight run underglow, black window tint, and other kinds of accessories to have some nitro we might need to go equip as well. So I got maxed out to go exactly as planned in 280 per level in just 654 horsepower and a top speed of 226 miles per hour. So let's get to work, folks. We got this all day, and 2 stunt events is about to go working in progress to have ourselves to go up in over 50,000 points. Let's have take 1 on set, and here comes the 4-minute countdown will be initiated, and have the goal objective will be faster, and have enough points will go up soon as possible. Okay, riding on the rails and have the checkpoint to go clear to be jumped down below, and perfect landing to have some parked trucks to go on near misses by perform. Okay, there you go. Just have 1 jump coming in and smashing up the billboard. Make that U-turn to go back and pack up the nitro to go quickly to have a second time on U-turn. Okay, that's more like it. Now gonna have to do this again, but this time I'll have to go driving on the ground before the next one, as I still had to keep a good watchful eyes on the clock in about 3 minutes. Checkpoint going around and have the points crate. We'll have to smash things up. Okay, here comes the parked cars. Let's take it and go perform on near misses to gain some multiplier. Okay, that's more like it. 1 jump coming up, main objective complete, and here comes the power up on the crate. Okay, looks like on the FDR drive, This will do nicely and position to go quicker to have some more points to have near misses. Smashing up the billboard and gonna have to take that main U-turn to go on the main reinforcement, but I'll have to try to keep up and don't slow down. Okay, full control on the traction. Perform and commence the oncoming traffic. Okay, very nice. It's only down to 2 minutes left, so I had to hurry up and reach it to the finish line on the main date schedule. Okay, that's good. Points crate to be racked up and going around onto the next area checkpoint to do it one step of the precision. Okay, just to be planned and gonna have to do the lineup and smashing up with some more points crate. Jump down below and hop it till I have to get it. Okay, that's a good special on the main point. Keep going and drive it to have a good, excellent scene on the stunt. Only 1 minute left. Got to keep going and odds on the prize to go by over 50,000 points. Just work it like a good scene on the aggressive, stunt, talented driving performance. Okay, that's a steer right coming around on the construction building. Just keep going until almost to be on the halfway point by around in 55,000 points. Only 30 seconds left. Got to hurry up and eyes on the clock before the 10-second reminder. Okay, that's a good new miss. Just only have one more crate to go. Okay, just have to go back for another U-turn and drive faster to go punch the nitro. Okay, fair enough. So that should do enough for only 57,000 to go adding up by around in 100 points. Let's see the results. Okay, so that's 57,674 points. That should be checked, confirmed, and let's see the result outcome. But maybe close enough. That might need to go and ends up here in 79,128 points. Only one more event to go to have the second part to go stunt racing only. Las Vegas for the Rallycross discipline to have the last step in Midnight Run. So let's proceed, and here comes Rien Nibat Plus. Here I go for take 2. But not yet over at least, as I'm about to go for a 1967 Shelby GT500 Americar Edition Rallycross version to be set and bring up with the muscle car will be embraced to go for a talented racing on the stunt in the city of Sin. So let's do this, folks, and ready up to go for the last event in Midnight Run for rerun number 2 of the Live Summit event. Got to make sure to work hard and be much more practical strategy to have the stunt event will go Rallycross only in Las Vegas. 3 seconds good, and here comes 15,000 points to have the possible goal objective until the time runs out by reaching the finish line. Got to do this quick because it's gonna have to take a lack of skills will do some requirement. There's one ramp coming in and already took it. 1 point crate coming up to be smashing underneath the landmark sign. Got to take the right side and go for it. Check and good on the 4,000 point on the special. Gonna to ride it on the rooftop and take the parking lot. We'll be jumping in and dive down below. Alright, now let's take the right side for myself and go for some new misses and doing 1 times on the jump. Gotta take it slow and make it count. That's a good perfect landing, close enough, and go jump over the gas station. Nice, perfect landing and solid flying, outstanding work. Okay, that's only have one contact by over the side of the bridge. Gonna have to take that U-turn and do it one time only on the precision to go smashing it with some less crates. Okay, good enough. Now gonna have to get back in and do one jump up performance. Yeehaw, baby! Perfect landing and go on grip drifting. But so far so close that I was about to go performing on the grinding. But it takes concentration. It's gonna have to do well perform on the rallycross. And here goes the big jump. Nitro by 1000 points, adding up, and drifting to go extra reinforcement to go skill on reflex. Okay, that's one new miss on 250 points. Okay, perfect landing has been going check and assure. Alright, that's very good. Let's see, it's only down to a minute and 26 seconds to go. Okay, just have to do it for only one freestyle session to have this area to go underneath the parking area. Just only once, and gonna have to go rack up to have some more points crate. Steady as it goes, and countdown for only a minute left to go. Okay, ground spin on 180, it's been doing good. Okay, now I really gonna have to think. I'll have to do some more moments on drifting, and then I'll have to get back and go proceed to the finish line soon in about 10 seconds left. Just to be a reminder, and I'm about to go in about 30 seconds to go. Okay, one jump coming up. Perfect landing, and close in to have the close call effort. Okay, there goes 10 seconds left. Gonna do it, and right on schedule to have an outcome before reaching the time limit. Okay, well, so far so close, just like traffic jam since the last event, but looks like that's 38,600 points, but that should do enough for only 45,000 bucks has been received, and goal well earned to have a halfway point progress to go over by 50,000 points. So that's 65,558 points, and that means 2 events on stunt challenges will go for a follow-up catch-up as Midnight Run rerun number 2 for the Live Summit event is clear. So it turns out a much more impressive nighttime themed summit as well to have all 6 events, including 3 skills on time progression for the speed trap and 2 types of salon for the off-road and tarmac areas. With all 3 skills and 6 events has been checked, complete, and made it on time as well to be placed on the platinum in 623rd place on the rank in 1,131,374 points in about 22 hours left to go. But all that hard work does matter out there to have the first stage to have 1 speed trap in Dallas and also to have the 2 salon areas to go in Miami Beach and off-road places and 1 tarmac in New York Airport. But after all, 6 events in nighttime is what we need to do, and have 3 restricted vehicles will take the first step, and then the other 3 events will go 1 mixed combo for the drift discipline to be set on classic, and 2 stunt events will be titled to go placement on the restriction. But it turns out challenging and go 1 first step on the Waco YMF-5D Super will take the skies in Jersey City before moving on to have the Bugatti Type 57 SE Atlantic in Once Upon a Time in Brooklyn, along with a strange case of 1950 for the Proto Hut 1 as a regular street race model. As other 3 events to go with 2 stunt challenges to go street race and rallycross to go label on no restriction only, and then Drip Discipline to go Classic on Motor Trend Classic Challenge, just to have one best example to have a classic American muscle car, or if you're about to go for the DeLorean DMC 12 Auto Drip Edition, or two different versions of the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 6 GSR. But only two stunt events. We'll always might need to keep a lot of hard work out there for the new players out there. Just to let you know, to have a placement reminder, we'll give you some important tips and helpful advice. So now, LA Lowriders will be coming up soon until the second week on November 12th to the 19th to get the Chevrolet Impala Lowrider Red Duchess Edition along with a Red Tint Common, Nitro Chemist Boosted for the Jet Sprint, and Frame Pack for 200,000 followers. You might need to have the Porsche Carrera GT, Proto Leopard, and Lamborghini Aventador LP700 Dashboard Drip Edition, along with some other 3 events and 3 skills we might need to go on the ground base for Escape, Take Disguise and Aerobatics, and Water Base for Salam. And they will be having Live Extreme Series Episode 3. Will always have to be prepared yourself. Better have 1 jet sprint, 1 motocross, and 1 touring car discipline, just to be planned and exactly to have all the challenges to go around in the state of California and the city of Los Angeles. But they will be having 1 feature vanity item is the Wild Palm Leaf Smoke on the rare vanity has now been revealed on the upcoming rerun in Dominion Rivals Stage number 3. So I hope you guys really might need to get a good eyes on the Aston Martin Vulcan, the Duke Edition. It's about to have your eyes on focus to be well placed as a returning rank of the Platinum. So let's wrap this up before at the end of the current video until Midnight Run will be over before 22 hours left to go until LA Lowriders will be open until November 12th to the 19th. But I can't wait, and everything is going to have to be on the lookout to have some more upcoming Live Summit event for the first time ever that I've never been participate, and that will bring out to have the Carnage will be returned until the second week of December. Holiday is about to go coming up soon, so I'll have to sit back and wait until the Holiday Live Summit event. We'll have to find out soon enough. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DividendArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. We'll join to get access for a price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji for my OCs, and many features to support the channel by becoming a member. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra, will support and grow. And also check it out on my YouTube shorts that brings out with some presentation showcase with UDRS Inspirtech, Total Drama fan art, and Dispenser Camp fan art liveries along with some various whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on the Live Summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again at the next current video. Keep on racing, stay clean.